Number 2 is going to be the number 1 overall pick in our 2021 NFL draft, Trevor Lawrence. We know he's got great stature in the pocket, and he's really showed that his size really does stick out for him being a rookie quarterback right now with a fairly bad offensive line, let's just call it how it is. But I think the best part about Trevor Lawrence's game right now is the fact that he's not afraid to face that pressure. He's not afraid to take that extra step or two up in the pocket. He drives the ball down the field so well, great form. And the fact that he's starting to get a little mobile now with this Jaguars team, again, people forget he outrushed Justin Fields with rushing yards in their final season before both him and Justin declared for the NFL draft. And he's actually showing a little bit of that growing connection with Laviska Shenault right now. Hated that he had to lose Etienne, but James Robinson is still a stud. And overall, I want to say Marvin Jones, if I'm not mistaken, is with the Jaguars as well. So he's got another weapon there to look at. I am going to give Trevor Lawrence, let me make sure I have it correct here. Trevor Lawrence does get an A- in my book. I feel like he could have been a little better on some tighter throws we saw in the Saints game when he was rolling out of the pocket. On a couple of deep shot throws. One was almost picked and another had no chance to get to the receiver, but that's just being real tough on the number 1 overall pick. But I mean, you got to perform in those spots, but I do have Trevor Lawrence at 2 with an A- on this rookie QB power rankings.
Man, at number 4, I got Trevor Lawrence. I mean, Trevor Lawrence's expectations are so high that his grade actually comes down a little bit based off of what it is that everyone had perceived him to be.
Right.
Saying he's the top prospect coming in since Andrew Luck, possibly like Peyton Manning. So, I mean, you're expecting him to come in and transform the franchise. He came in and looked good, but not like what he was projected to be at number 1, like the surefire, can't miss, like generational talent that's going to come in and change your franchise. No matter how bad your franchise is, newsflash, your franchise is bad, and he can't fix it by himself. They got no offensive line whatsoever. He's holding the ball entirely too long. When he does actually get rid of the ball, he's highly accurate. I mean, he completed 70% of his passes in the preseason. He actually didn't throw his first touchdowns until the last preseason game against Dallas, who subsequently has one of the worst secondaries in the history of the NFL. So, I mean, you can take that into consideration. But outside of that, I mean, he was accurate, 323 yards on 70% completions, 2 touchdowns that he threw in the last game. I mean, he's got some strides to take to prove that he is the guy that they're billing him to be. You get graded on a different scale when you start being regarded on that level. It's kind of similar to when you try to start telling me like, oh, well, Aaron Rodgers is this or that. I'd be like, if you're going to compare him to Brady, I'm grading him on a GOAT scale, and you don't have enough rings.
Nope.
If we're
Cut it off now.
If we're just talking about talent, it's like, okay, I'll give you all of that. But when you start comparing people to other people, you put them on a different grading scale. That rubric is not the same for Trevor Lawrence as it is for the rest of these guys.
That rubric.
It ain't. I mean, you can tell I talked for like 9 years.
That was good, Pease. That was very well placed.
But I'm giving him a B-. It's not a bad grade.
Yeah.
But I'm not grading him out ahead of Mac, Justin, or Zach right now. He could prove me wrong, but as it stands, can't do it.
Yep.